down the interview being like, I don't want to debate with somebody home. This is... He basically started whining.
I think it actually is working now.
Playback devices are like your default sound thing.
Also, I put the video there if you want to again.
Alright.
Be warned though, his nasally voice.
Oh, the game froze. Hold up.
So like everything to do with the game is fine.
The game was just frozen for me, and in the stream as well. Yeah, everything else seemed to be fine.
YouTube videos,
Alright.
Down to a point, I guess.
Alright.
Because last time we tried to put the Star Wars robot chicken clips didn't work.
Yeah. Alright, let's try.
We could see them, but the sound didn't go fast enough, like I could hear them.
God, this is some good cooling.
I don't think a stream would like it if we could hear you drink.
Sorry. It's Kool-Aid.
Is your microphone on like some bendy wire?
It's on a headset.
Does your headset not have like a bendy wire?
Kind of. It doesn't... It's very sensitive. No matter what setting, it's always a very sensitive mic. It's a Razer headset.
Oh, no, that's not what I wanted.
One thing I'll tell about Kool-Aid though, anyone who thinks cool sickles are a good idea is an idiot. Coolicles, man. You know what those are, right? They're pickles soaked in Kool-Aid.
That's terrible.
It is terrible, and for some reason in like the southern states they're like really popular. I don't know why. They're like pickles that are like sliced and then they're dipped in Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is mixed into the pickle brine and then they're left to soak. Let me see if I can find one. Coolicles. Ew.
I am almost there. Alright.
Also, be warned, this is kind of disturbing.
You can put it on the spoiler tab. Find that disturbing.
Well, I mean, look at that. What do you feel?
Oh, it just looks like a watermelon.
Those are pickles.
Is it looking right?
I can't see the stream. Is it the same link as before?
Much fear I sense in your
No.
hand. To be
Oh no, that's mine. No, it's 46 seconds.
correct. You are.
Live scene suggested it's working.
Yeah, and I can hear robot chicken.
I can hear it, but it is a bit quiet.
It's a bit loud, yeah. Hold on. Alright. Is that all good looking?
Looks good.
I feel like you could probably put the video to the right rather than the left.
That's a fair point. I have some other chat. I have other stuff in the bar though, so like chat and.
I wonder if, well, I would say if I wonder if we get copyrighted, but these are clips from YouTube.
Yeah, they're on YouTube. We're on YouTube. We'll be, and we're not, and I'm not monetizing anything right now. So
Also, the audio's mixed with the game audio, so it's harder for them to pick up.
yeah.
If you want to hear like this, you could probably turn up the video volume and turn down the game level until it's like a cutscene, I guess.
I don't really care enough. All right.
Oh, I can hear my voice through it. It's pretty bad.
What do you mean by
Like, it's tiny. Like, my voice is like really soft, and I think it's my mic. I'm gonna mute the stream anyway, so you can hear.
So last time we're off, Starkiller got thrown into space.
Yeah, and he was put back together.
He's gonna cry. He's gonna shit his pants, maybe. Hello?
Hey.
Up there. Gonna cry. Gonna shit your pants, maybe.
There's some audio of the game happening during your life.
Oh, through the game?
You like ship sounds like.
I think it's. Hold on.
And that cape is not fitted for that kind of strange jump Starkiller has.
Oh, yeah.
We're on a new planet here, and I see some of the
I'm looking for something.
Pikachus and Java Head. There's so many Star Wars race ships.
Business room? Too late.
I think that was one of Java's guards. Warthog has nice tusk more. Does this ring a bell? I feel like I'm late. Am I late?
Yeah, I tried to set the stream latency a little lower this time, but I guess it didn't work. Oh well.
I put the video quality to 480 so I can catch them.
I don't think that actually has anything to do with the stream latency itself.
Scum in the Jedi. The bounty is ours. Bar scum? They're called bar scum.
Yeah, real great Jedi with his red lightsaber, black cloak, red inside that black cloak.
Definitely a Jedi. Wouldn't they be like, oh shit, this is a Sith boy. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. You fucked up now. Like, they're going at fucking... They're shooting a Sith Lord with a lightsaber with, like... They're going at him with, like, axes.
They're not like axes made out of metal, they're like special material.
I mean, bounty hunters are probably the most likely people that probably equip themselves to fight Jedi.
Not doing a very good job though.
Yeah.
Wanna buy some death sticks?
You wanna buy some death kits?
Says,
You wanna buy some death? I can sell you death. But cheap.
you don't want to send me death.
Yes, I do. I am death. Why is death wanting to sell itself?
Satan doesn't pay that much. Don't pay at all.
Maybe death's just looking for a good time. No, no, I'm sorry, no.
So not much to say about this level, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's Nar Shaddaa. I mean, it's basically just grimier Coruscant.
A lot of yellow lights.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just thinking of the.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the best way to describe Nar Shaddaa is just Moss Eisley combined with Coruscant.
Getting like, because of how like, I mean, this map isn't really that big. There's a background that makes it just big, right? It's making me think of Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Like how polygony it is.
In like the HD version, you rescue or find Ram Koda on Bespin instead of Nar Shaddaa.
I was meaning to ask you, when the movies and stuff say balance of the Force, does it mean like literal like Jedi and Sith being on the same level, or like something else? I always found that kind of weird.
It's the Sith in general, dark side users generally considered an imbalance.
And what I always thought is that the people that are called Sith are people that inherently want to make an imbalance.
Yeah, I honestly can't. I honestly do not understand what they quite mean by bring balance to the Force when it's probably just been changed to eradicate the Sith. That's what I think that was meant for Anakin's Chosen One Destiny thing. I
mean, like, what I've recently more so on it is that balance of the Force means like nobody currently is using the Force to gain like a class difference or something. So like Empire is an imbalance in the Force because they're using the Force to make them more powerful than others, I guess.
Get lost.
And that's also why the balance is unbalanced in the prequel trilogy, because technically speaking, the Jedi are also.
Not quite.
mm,
It was always kind of weird to me whether or not they wanted the Jedi to look like
I don't
be
need your
evil
eyes,
in the
just your
prequel,
mind.
wherever they just didn't understand.
Nobody fights the Empire and wins, boy. Not even a Jedi.
Learn about that, Joe.
he just sneaks away out of the camera shot.
Boy.
honestly.
Are those hologram strip dancers?
Sorry, I had a phone call.
That's alright.
I was just looking at the game as hologram pole dancers.
Hmm. Oh, it's Star Wars. That is canon, according to the holiday special.
I mean, that was like VR tech from what I remember.
But there were holograms, remember? Either way, it's canon. There's porn in Star Wars. VR porn.
I mean, it wasn't like with Java. I'm pretty sure it was already established that people have stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, Java had what's the word? Concubines? Is that it?
I honestly don't know.
That's sex slaves. There we go. Say that. I don't know if you.
They weren't really. They weren't like made for sex because Java wasn't having sex with them. They were dancing slaves, I guess.
They're more like.
You
I think they're
share-
like more like side hoes, as they would call them. If that makes sense.
Because I mean, I don't think Java ever planned to have sex with Leia or anything.
Yeah.
Just wanted to show his power.
Yeah.
Can he even have sex?
And
Do you-
have sex.
I
Jeez,
bet he hasn't seen his penis for years.
Isn't a slug like? It was a slug or a snail that orgasms like every 5 seconds or something.
I don't want to think about this.
Slugs. Snails have love spears, remember? Because all snails are intersex, so what they do is they have a spear that they shoot into their partner. They compete who shoots who first, and whoever gets shot ends up being the one who carries the eggs.
Sith felt like they really used a model, but they didn't.
Oh, it's a cloak, so yeah, probably.
This one doesn't even get a name, it's just Shadow Guard.
Shadow Guard. I'm Shadow, the Hedgehog.
Shadow Guard.
I'm Shadow, the Guard Hog.
Weren't we in this area before?
Basically.
It's the same area where you fought the bounty hunters.
The scum.
The hog people.
Losing my identity, wondering if I've gone insane.
What I was trying to ask earlier was like, you were talking about yesterday about that one Monty Python actor playing Rekgar. It reminded me like the show after that basically removed like 90% of the celebrity voice actors they had
Yeah.
or something.
Like,
The only one they kept was Ultra Magnus and Rodimus.
Rodimus Prime.
RC was the same actor.
It's still pretty cool that Orson Welles' last role was Unicron.
Well, they just asked him like, share whatever.
I thought he did a good job. I mean, we watched the movie together, right? I thought he did a good job.
He like finished the role like 4 days before dying or something.
Yes, he finished all his lines like less than a week before he died.
I am going to make Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hoi ho.
I wonder, there is so many black armored stormtroopers. It's not even funny.
People just don't like white anymore. They gotta be black.
I see a white stormtrooper and I want to paint it black.
Aren't the black stormtroopers supposed to be the pilots? From what I remember?
Yes.
In black stormtroopers are TIE. The black stormtroopers you see in the movies are basically TIE fighter pilots. Yes. In Rogue One, they're Death Troopers. My understanding.
Stormtroopers, but we bring more death.
Yeah.
I always thought in Force Awakens, the traitor, like the riot stormtrooper, should have had a unique design.
Yeah.
'Cause they're supposed to be like riot police guards kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So they should have had armor that looked like that.
I mean, from what I recall, the stormtrooper already kind of has riot guard kind of armor anyways.
I guess. Well, I meant more things like the pads and stuff, you know, and the goggles or whatever.
It's not like, I mean, like the,
Am I
one,
Hey,
soldiers on Leia's ship are more like police.
do you mind posting the stream on to others, or just kind of tell me how many viewers there are?
Sure. Right now the viewer count is 4.
Okay.
Which includes us two.
Yeah.
Does that include useless?
I think so. Alright, it's just
That mean
I posted in my channel.
okay.
I guess I can post it in. Well, is it in your channel already?
I should probably post the working stream on Twitter.
I put in your channel too.
Yeah. Let me just finish this boss fight and I'll get on.
I just saw a tweet I posted.
It's like, so how many bosses are in with double lightsaber thingies?
I think Kazan Paredes was the last one. I think. Not Kazan Paredes, the Darth
So this is
Phobos.
like an extra long lightsaber basically, and not a double one.
Yeah, it's a pike.
It's like a staff.
Yeah, the other double one is like a staff.
Not a staff, a spear, sort of. The spear has only one end that's deadly. That's kind of stupid though. What's the point of that?
So, what is that new game called when Respawn is doing?
Fallen Order.
Yeah, what's the, I mean, we only saw the story, but is there a confirmed, like, gameplay style?
I think lightsaber and stealth maybe.
Stealth lightsaber.
Yeah.
What was the point that like Star Wars games started telling their own stories and not just like the movies? It was like the 64 era, right?
Well,
Shadow of
it's
the
a
Empire.
fool's errand, boy.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Empire was a big project.
You'll eventually be killed.
Because that was when Star Wars games started like being like, oh, we can tell our own stories. Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather die on your feet than drown in some cantina?
Yeah. It seems like,
But I do have a contact.
nowadays the games that do go through are like
Where's your ship?
EA games and like, was there a Lego game of Last Jedi?
I think so.
There's one has been one for Force Awakens, but I haven't seen anything for Last Jedi.
It would be crazy not to make a Lego one. I thought those games were like successful, so.
Hey, look, it's Kenshi.
This band is not good.
He survived in Mortal Kombat. I still hate that apparently it's his canon death is apparently that he just freaking died in Goro's
Again?
lair just randomly
Off.
The Jedi Temple it is then.
in the crypt.
Hey guys, I brought a drunk hobo from outside. This again, Star Killer.
The thing is, with the Kenshi thing is that the only reason people think it's canon is because of a voice line where they're asking where Kenshi's been. No one's seen him.
It wasn't a voice line. It was a text message.
Oh. But it was, yeah, asking what happened to Kenshi, and no one knows.
This again, Star Killer.
The thing is, with the Kenshi thing is that the only reason people...
Alright,
I'm hearing my voice, like, in the stream. It's weird.
I think that's from Celeste's mic.
I'm going to... I'm posting it on Twitter now.
Oh, okay.
Who owns the rights right now to Spaceballs?
Warner Brothers? Let me look it up. I have coolicles. Yo. Spaceballs. Spaceballs. I was just like one of those. Sorry.
Because I've always wondered if they ever tried making a crossover between those two. Is there Star Wars has any crossover things?
Yeah. Also, it's Metro Golden Mare. MGM. Possible sequel and animated series. What?
We've been doing that for ages. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Rick Moranis claimed in 2013 interview that he and Brooks have discussed a potential sequel. With Morris pitching the title as Spaceball 3 to search for Spaceball 2. So it's about searching for the sequel that they missed. In February 2015, Brooks said that he would like to make a sequel to be released after the next Star Wars film in hopes that Moranis would reprise his role.
Has Star Wars ever officially crossed over with the Alien franchise, or is that fan?
Oh, it's fan art.
Yeah, I don't think but they can now because Disney owns Fox, so they own Aliens. Which, by the way, is that gonna affect Mortal Kombat with the rights? Because they have they were trying to get the rights now for all these like horror franchises, and they got Predator and Aliens.
I think what that has to do is like rights agreements that were made before the buyout are still like agreed to until they run out, and then they have to renew it.
Because the thing is, NetherRealm was been trying to get as much rights to as many horror franchises as possible because it seems that they want to do basically an official Terradrome.
For what I remember, it's just that right now they just have a war, like some sort of like a deadline of how they can use Alien. So like when that's over, they have to go back to Disney.
And ask them.
If they don't get it fast enough, they may need to ask them soon.
So far, what they have now, and this is including the leaks that have come out, they have Spawn. No, I'm trying to go.
Is Spawn really a horror?
Not really, but he would fit into a horror fighter, I feel. But anyways, they have Ash from Evil Dead. They have Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface. They have Predator and Alien. People have been debating whether or not they have Halloween Michael Myers. But I know the next one they should probably get is Chucky and stuff.
So are we on a chorus song?
Yep. Third time.
Yay.
So
Celeste. Okay.
is this the point where we're now in where New Hope is currently happening?
No. It's all way before New Hope.
This is like way before. I think this is right after part. Not right after.
At least a
but
few years, at least several. I want to say 17 years at the very least after Empire Strikes Back. Not Strikes Back. Revenge of the Sith. Because you know Starkiller's a teenager.
Also, these designs are very Clone Wars looking.
Yeah.
Is it the second game then? Because I remember one of these Force Awakens
S-
games had like Leia as a Jedi.
second game, there was a DLC, yet where you're in Endor, and one of the evil clones.
Oh, the Robot Chicken short, the best one's playing right now.
Yeah.
The phone one.
Who's they?
What the hell's an Illuminant Falcon? Do you have any idea how this is gonna affect my insurance? Did you even get insurance?
They're the Empire. They control insurance. What I remember.
How did they get the funds to rebuild the Death Star?
Shoot anyone that says they don't have the funds.
I guess. Don't they have to pay taxes?
If somebody makes them, they can just shoot them.
But even Joker doesn't fuck with like the IRS.
You know what? I hate that Joker can now either mean Persona 5 Joker or Clown DC Joker.
Well, I never
Kind of
mean it.
always, but like Smash actually made people now talk about Joker in a general sense until
Yeah.
people forget about it.
Yeah. But yeah, like yeah, it's apparently canon that DC Joker is like afraid of the IRS more than he is of Batman.
Yeah.
Timiverse Joker.
Well, no, there was a comic thing too that was similar.
The lesson about DC canon is that if a lot of times, even if you saw in a comic book, it probably isn't canon.
Bah. Bah.
Yeah, basically anything can happen. DC's really... Honestly, I don't really care. Like, death isn't real. They made, like, this whole storyline called Blackest Night that kind of... That's kind of like a little meta-narrative about, death, like, characters.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Death not matter.
Yeah.
they bring a bunch of superheroes that died back to life as Black Lanterns, right?
Yep, and they kind of made kind of poking a little it's a little self-awareness poking about why DC superheroes tend to come back so often even after they die.
Well, the thing is that Blackest Night, I remember was a well-liked story, but like nearly right after they rebooted the entire thing just because.
Yeah.
They felt like it.
Then people disliked New 52,
And then DC Rebirth was kind of was like a fix than a total reboot, more or less.
by the way, hello Lightning Blast.
Hello.
Your name is very appropriate for this video game.
Lightning Ball.
I honestly don't know how to get the right chat to display on here. Hold on.
But yeah, with DC, I feel like Marvel is easier to follow.
On Marvel, everything is canon to one universe. Even the DC universe is canon to the Marvel universe, technically.
Yes. There's the Marvel vs. DC comics, and there is a cameo of DC heroes in one of the Lockjaw comics.
Thing, I read that like DC universe was it brought everything before back, but I read it didn't. I don't remember. And also something about all the heroes being younger too. And it was then all caused by Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen for some reason.
Also, Empire and Ice.
Just
Watchmen is such a weird place in like the DC canon.
it wasn't canon, but
I should have logged out into from the Twitch and into YouTube. Oh, that probably caused half the problems that I did.
I haven't seen Captain Marvel Lightning Blast, but I hear it's pretty good. But isn't it there's some like shits about saying like the U.S. Air Force is good or some shit. It's like
I don't know about the movie itself, but it's pretty obvious that it was funded by the military. So.
yeah, like I was hearing people say like it's really pro-military, which is people just like ugh. Ugh. I'm not really into pro-military stuff. In the Navy.
Honestly, I'm honest. I honestly can't really worry about which movie has like U.S. military funding or whatever, because it's like any movie where you have the U.S. military doing anything that's substantial, U.S. is probably military's probably giving it like a little tax break or something. Like the original.
I think the thing is with Captain Marvel, it's like there was ads for it on like wiki pages about like, since you looked up the U.S. Army, Captain Marvel, brought to you by the U.S. Army, was what people specifically pointed it out.
Yeah, I think it was what happened. I haven't seen Captain Marvel, but I think what might have happened is like, I think since Carol Danvers like is a Air Force pilot, they kind of use promotional stuff with the military for that.
They just seemed, I guess, a bit,
Yeah.
hard to like it for some people.
Yes, Lightning Blast is like the Transformers movies.
The thing is, the Transformers movies, they originally wanted to do a G.I. Joe movie, from what I recall, but they moved to Transformers.
Didn't they do a G.I. Joe movie though?
Yes.
There was a G.I. Joe.
Yes.
I remember it sucked hard.
It's just, I think Bay in general just also really doesn't want to do like he framed the Transformers movies as disaster movies and not movies about the Transformers. The thing is, it's not like Godzilla or something where the monsters can't speak normally. Transformers can't speak and have their own personality, so it's kind of weird that they focused on the humans so much. Because you can easily make a plot around, Transformers even without any humans at all.
That's what the original movie did.
Well, it did have 2 humans.
But still, for the most part. You got the touch. I still remember, Josie, you were going like, oh my god, when you heard the song in Bumblebee.
Or reference to it.
You got the touch.
The original creator of that song did Stan Bush did ask the team for the 2007 movie if they wanted like a redone The Touch or anything, and they said no.
Why'd they say no?
Because they don't care.
I mean, they put like Linkin Park movie music in that movie.
I can't say what's wrong with me. I tried so hard and not so hard.
In the end, everyone saw it by the skies and it sucked.
I got too fat and came so hard. Fucking love that YouTube poop. That Drake and Josh YouTube poop is still removed from YouTube for most countries.
Because
Viacom owns everything. Not that I really care for Drake and Josh anymore though. was looking at some older episodes, and there was a one scene they had some major freaking transphobia in it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I hate the early 2000s.
I guess since we were talking about Captain Marvel earlier, I guess no spoilers. I guess, but what do you think of the Endgame? Both. I know I've watched it. You haven't watched it.
It was a stinky movie.
What?
Endgame. Avengers Endgame.
I loved Endgame.
I thought it was stinky. Also, I want to point out something since we've all seen it. Spoiler alert now.
What?
What? How did they not fuck up the timeline? They erased Thanos, younger
Will not allow
Thanos.
you to corrupt him further.
How did they established that jumping through time is that makes a new timeline.
And I'm saving him from
Yeah,
yours.
but they erased Thanos, like
You don't need to
before
fight
the
me.
young Thanos.
You can still turn away
Tony
from the dark
Stark
side.
erased young Thanos. So like, how is their future still alive then?
How's what do you think? Thanos is like a singularity in their in that universe?
No, like you know, how is the stuff that's happening still happening if young Thanos is dead? Because that means Thanos never got to even snap the universe once because young Thanos was killed.
Let go of your hate.
That's
That found technically from a different universe,
yeah.
so it affects.
How is it a different universe?
Because they said it right in the movie that, and every time they jump into a different timeline, it's
When they time travel and they get a stone, right, which they did, and they moved it, then it created a different timeline. That Thanos that moved to the prime timeline was one from a different one.
That doesn't make any sense.
what kind of sense do you want from time travel? Honestly,
But
It makes enough sense to me. What I don't get is why Captain America turned old.
he still had the time travel stuff. He went back like when he got old.
and he's,
They established that time travel makes like a different universe.
Yes,
Why
but
does he stay in the prime?
he stays in that other timeline, and he comes back with the time machine, or at least with some kind of time machine, or some kind of.
Some specific point that the time machine they had, so it just looked like he grew through that
I
time
thought-
just used specifically to go
I
to that spot.
I thought the implication was that he stayed back in time, and when he's an old man there, that's how old he is from when he went back in time.
I'd like to think that maybe he used the space stone, like after he was like as the last stone he would do, and just kind of put it back. Just kind of use it when he was getting old, and leave the space stone there. They could.
I kind of have a problem of Captain America going back to Carol anyway. And I found it weird.
Like, I guess people say like it's supposed to be nice that he finally got back with his love or whatever, but I thought the whole point was that he moved on. Like he realized
He
gonna-
never moved on. That was a thing.
like he remembered her and stuff, but he didn't like let it hold him back from living his new life. That's what I thought.
Well, in Endgame they tried to make it look like in that point now he suddenly stopped moving on and went back, I guess.
And then, doesn't that kind of fuck his character?
Russo's wanted it that way, so they built it.
Right now, the Russos have like the most consistent character arc with. Well, not the most consistent, but they kind of went more further back to. The first Avenger for Captain America's arc to.
They basically felt like to me that Endgame, the Russos didn't watch anything that happened after Age of Ultron. At least that's kind of felt
They, except they made they're the ones that directed Winter Soldier and Civil War. So I don't kind of see your point with that.
Well, I'm not saying that they didn't like watch
that's not really true.
By the way, fucking Hawkeye should have died.
Yeah.
Will have won.
Like,
It's a shame because like the Black Widows was actually getting really interesting in that movie.
She didn't even get a funeral like Tony Stark.
yeah.
I mean, they did mourn for her, but they didn't get flowers in the water.
Black Widow deserved better.
Yeah.
Is she getting her own solo movie?
She's
though?
getting, I think, a TV show or movie that's like prequel.
She's getting a thing that has a property that's probably a sequel, kind of like Han Solo's.
Yeah.
See, the thing was, I was like gonna be like Scarlett Johansson still.
Disney is a company that has enough money to get celebrities. They're called, like,
Don't let him rule your destiny.
at
But
least
she has other products that she's working on. Projects.
she'll drop anything for Avengers. And like, Scarlett Johansson dropped that project where she's gonna play a trans man.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. Wasn't she made a whole thing about saying like she talked to a bunch of her trans friends saying like, oh, it's okay. They said it's okay, or some shit like that, and then she just dropped it anyways.
By the way, the cape physics in this game are bugging out.
Oh yeah.
It's extending.
I never wanted this for you. I never wanted any of this for you.
But yeah. What's happening with that movie anyways?
I'm sorry, son.
Stiffy.
Fun.
Yeah. I just remember Scarlett Johansson was being like really defensive, saying like, "Oh, I got permission from my trans friend to do it." It's like, I hate it when people make that excuse, you know.
So, we have
You know.
defeated this person.
In the stomach.
We killed our ghost dad.
Ghost today, we killed Bill Cosby, right?
What do
Oh.
you see,
No.
Star Killer, you gotta use.
I was beginning to worry that you died in your sleep.
I'm sorry, son. The roofies are out.
I was right to come here. I found
What you found
You got
is none of my
Jello
business.
pudding.
But I have been
That's the last thing he
contacted.
says. Jello
We're heading to
pudding.
Kashyyyk.
Alright, we're going back to Kashyyyk. Kento's Grove.
I'm sorry if I'm being awkward or anything.
Oh, that's fine.
Like everyone in here is awkward.
Ooh, I like that.
We're going to free Wookiees.
My favorite character, Chewbacca. I loved his part when he said, "Roar."
I like the part where he said trans.
We've
and
reached
the part in the
Kashyyyk.
second movie.
I still think
Yes.
this mission is too dangerous. The planet is
With his friend
completely
DK.
controlled by the Empire.
your contact better be reliable.
I trust him.
I can't believe they
He
killed
smuggled me to Cloud
Shuttleblock
City,
as
and
dog.
he's an old ally to the Jedi Order.
Did they?
All you need to know
Yeah,
is
when you
this.
see Force Awakens, they killed
Value
Chewbacca's
being
dog.
down there. You get it. And maybe he'll agree to help you fight the Empire.
Get what?
What?
Patience, boy.
Have we been spotted?
I thought
No,
Chewbacca
the
was a
fusion
dog.
device is fully functional.
He's more of a mechanic sidekick.
No, like when I say dog, like he was actually like based off George Lucas's dog.
I guess. New lightsaber.
You think Chewie would say trans rights?
If he could speak.
He's dead now. Jeez.
Oh, the actor.
Yeah.
Suit actor, not the voice actor.
Still, he's.
It's still Chewie.
It's still important.
It's like when R2-D2's actor died. It's so sad.
You were still a CGI. Was it a CGI R2 in the newer movies, or was it?
No. The it was CGI in the prequels, but in the Force Awakens and Last Jedi, they have an actual robot. It's just in the original series, it was the person in the suit.
It's kind of a thing that's kind of weird, right? Is that some movies are using practical effects, but then overlaying them with computer effects, so you have something like Jurassic World, where you can kind of barely tell where the props are because now it's all computerized.
Jurassic World was if you want a really I was gonna say good example, but really it was more of a bad example. It was the 2011 The Thing remake or prequel, because the team worked really hard on the practical effects, and if you look at the bonus materials and stuff, like you can see like the practical effects before they were altered, and they were like absolutely like beautiful. Like when I say beautiful, I mean disgusting, because they were just really gory, but they were like absolutely like amazing. And then apparently what happened was the studio execs were like to the team working on the practical effects, okay, we're just gonna do some touch-ups in CGI right before release. They're like, okay, so they didn't see anything up until the actual premiere of the movie. So the practical team then goes to the premiere of the movie, and then all they see is that the entire movie is just CGI now. Like all their work was just covered in CG, and they were like absolutely pissed when they saw that.
Jesus.
Yeah, they got so bad. They actually, it was because of that they made their own independent movie that tried to do similar effects to the Thing.
We'll never have that. Doesn't a cut of that movie exist with the practical effects information?
There was a rough cut before the producers took their fucking CGI hacking sword to it, but it's lost, I think, now. They haven't released the rough cut.
I'm glad we're playing your favorite robot chicken, Shorts Gem Princess.
Oh, thank you.
Not just you, there's a person in chat called Gem Princess.
Oh.
Two gems.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Now can we find 6 people just called Gem?
The
Gem is my
the
name,
infinity
no
gem.
one else is the same.
The gem and the infinity gems.
And we're the misfits. Our songs are better. We are the misfits. The misfits. We're gonna get her. It's the best part of the song.
Also, this one is I think this is one of Gem's favorite here, the musical one. Let's play.
Yes. It's
Certain
almost a
point of view.
point of view.
Should I should I post if the Robot Chicken Force Unleashed commercial hadn't appeared on the stream video yet, should I post the Star Wars dub, not that Star Wars dub, the bad lip reading song, or the Force Unleashed 2 commercial?
I guess the commercial.
Yeah.
Plus, Gem Princess was saying hi to you.
Hi. Sorry, I don't have the chat working correctly on my end. I forgot to log into the YouTube account. And I don't want to log out right now because that would cause another set of problems that I don't want to deal with, so...
Oh, so I love these walkers.
Yeah.
We were talking about like how these are made like bosses in Star Wars video games, despite the fact they're killed by 2 tree trunks. Yesterday.
Family Guy. Star Wars.
Holy fucking crap, Lois! It's Star Killer.
you remember the home?
So some of these Wookiees are using like scythe thingies, or something, sickles.
Yeah.
What are these called again? The AT.
ATSD.
All-terrain scout troop.
All-terrain scout troop.
Yeah, all-terrain scout.
I'm trying to find that one scene from the Family Guy one where it's like, everybody do it. I forget the song that plays. Oh, mess around, that's what it was.
So, I
Family.
do remember. They called it a Blue Harvest because that was the original title for Star Wars, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Flame. What exactly is the advantage of a flamethrower stormtrooper?
You burn to trees, but a Lorax is in them. Also, Celeste played that.
Huh?
Oh wait, no, I put it in the wrong chat. Fuck. Fuck. Here, I put it in your chat, Celeste. Oh, we're gonna mess around.
Wookiee life debts for everyone.
Did the link I put go through?
I need to check in a bit. Sorry.
Alright.
I call this stuff on live stream, I guess.
Yeah. Right now, I'm just looking at everything through the live dashboard, and that chat doesn't work. So.
I think, like you said, this didn't feel like a God of War clone. It probably, the camera angle isn't really like God of War.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there are.
It's more of an overhead value in a God of War.
Yeah. That makes sense. Also, I think part of it also there aren't nearly as many enemies on screen.
Yeah. Oh, they did the thing.
I also just want to mention, right, that the holocron looked like it had a Transformers symbol on it.
Which one, the Jedi one or the
Jedi one?
the box one?
The box one, the holocron, the Jedi holocron.
Uh-huh.
It looked like it had like
Oh.
like a mix of the Decepticon and Autobot symbol on it.
Oh, you mean like this one?
Stream has to catch up.
I was just wondering, who makes the Star Wars toys? Is it Hasbro or Mattel?
I think it was Mattel at first.
Is it still Mattel?
Kind of depends on what generation. They just ask anybody because everybody wants a piece of that Star Wars. Also, yes, that box did look like this.
Yeah. Da-na-na-na-na. Because I was just gonna ask if they've ever done a crossover with Transformers.
Transformers did a crossover Star Trek, but I'm not sure Star Wars. Actually,
Did
no.
Transformers did have a crossover with G.I. Joe. That's pretty well known.
They had there was a whole crossover event with the IDW comics. I know that.
Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm actually thinking, there was actually a few toys. I don't know if they were Transformers branded, but it was stuff like Darth Vader that transformed into the Death Star.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. Also, it wasn't just Mars Attacks, it was just a general zombie apocalypse thing crossover.
Well, when IDW does like all comic round things, sometimes.
Yeah. I think the Mars Attacks crossover was cooler anyways, because just Mars Attacks is one of my favorite properties. Because I like good old-fashioned alien invasion.
Have you played XCOM?
XCOM, no.
That's
But I own the original games. I haven't bought them, so I haven't played them though.
XCOM, UFO Defense, Terror from the Deep, Apocalypse, Interceptor, and Enforcer.
Zelda classic games, yeah.
I only played XCOM 2.
Isn't XCOM like the modern one, the one people buy?
Yeah, XCOM Enemy Unknown and XCOM 2.
That has the one with the snake with tits, right?
Yes.
So that's all I know about XCOM, really, honestly.
Well, XCOM Enemy Unknown is basically alien invasion kind of game.
Well, I remember the point of XCOM is that you can't really win against the aliens.
Well, you can, but like in the canon version, in XCOM 2, it's basically set up where the version where you lose is the sequel.
Just what I remember is that XCOM has the feeling you're more prolonging the inevitable rather than winning.
Yeah.
I think another game that's like good in that series is not series, but in that like genre of alien invasion is Destroy All Humans.
What did I get?
Have you ever played Destroy All Humans?
No, I seen clips of it.
The first two games are really good. I think the third one is still okay, but it's I think it started the decline. That was Big Willy Unleashed, I think.
And it does remind me of that new console that, not really console, but that fucking thing Capcom was doing, that's just an arcade collection, like a $20.99 price point or something. Not $29, $299. But basically the only standout game is Alien vs Predator.
Oh. Jeez.
Apparently people really want to play Alien vs Predator.
It is a good game. Also,
Which are you talking about? One of those arcade Alien vs Predator games?
Yes, the one Capcom made that they never re-released until that $299 point TV plug-in.
it's the one where the main character of the first Predator movie comes back with a robot arm.
Hmm.
Also, I want to point out the Robot Chicken short playing makes a good point here. Do you know how many like innocent workers were probably on the Death Star when it was like destroyed, the second one?
Probably a lot. It's probably Wookiee slaves too, because like, especially in the Death Star 2, because like, right now this whole level's kind of establishing how the Empire used Wookiee slaves a lot.
Which is why Chewbacca's a freedom fighter.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of, it was a sacrifice I am willing to make.
But the thing is though, like that means like that means Luke just like killed a whole bunch of innocent workers and contracted like employees and stuff who were just forced to like work on the Death Star.
Well, Luke, it was more Lando, wasn't it? Because he's the one that actually did blow up
Either way, the heroes did.
the rebels.
The rebels.
Collateral damage, useful for Imperial propaganda.
I guess, but like.
I mean, you could.
I doubt like most of those people really even supported supported the Empire. They were just probably forced to.
You could argue the same thing about every stormtrooper. So.
That's true.
I think, well, what I was thinking that the Empire was so, like the Empire and like stuff like the Empire was so ingrained to everybody, they just kind of accepted Jedi were kind of seen as sort of outliers, I guess.
Maybe, but the other thing, though, if you say the stormtroopers are though still signing up to shoot people and stuff. The workers were just, literally just, weren't hurting anyone. They were just doing the Death Star repairs.
Which was going to kill a planet full of people. So, I mean,
guess.
Leia was there and her entire planet got killed, so maybe it's even.
Yeah, it's about.
Jesus Christ, I hate that missile.
Still, they all have blood on their hands. Innocent blood.
No. Also, Gem Princess talking about the Venus and Verb special. Stuff.
Oh, they did it? they address the fact.
Remember when people got really pissed about that Marvel Phineas and Ferb crossover?
I remember Doofenshmirtz teams up with the villains and Red Skull was just there, and I'm just thinking in my head, does this mean like Doofenshmirtz is a Nazi sympathizer?
I think he just didn't know. Kind of like how Joker just didn't know about Red Skull being a Nazi.
Oh yeah, in the crossover. That scene is still like really funny to me. It's just like, I might be a psychopath, but I'm an American psychopath.
Oh, hold up. Got a text. Let me just answer it.
Call. There was always kind of a problem Marvel had sometimes where they just treated Red Skull as, oh, this is a villain that every other villain will instantly team up with and not a Nazi.
Yeah,
At least
they kind of.
maybe they didn't do it to the point where Red Skull was teaming up with Magneto, because it would have been really awkward.
It also makes me wonder why in Endgame and Infinity War, they especially Endgame, why Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, and Hawkeye just didn't realize it's Red Skull.
Scarlett Johansson and Black Widow are two different people.
I meant Black Widow and Hawkeye. Sorry, but I just figured like, why didn't they recognize that's Captain America's like biggest enemy? Does he not talk about Red Skull?
I mean, even if they knew about Red Skull, they could have just assumed that it was an alien that had a similar appearance.
I guess. It's just weird. I think that scene should have had Captain America in it. You know, just be like, Red Skull. I mean, don't you find it like weird?
I think the robot chicken thing is coming. I don't know if this is coming to a close now.
Looking at this part, probably. So there's the Emperor splattered on the window shield. Every parody I've ever seen makes that joke that the Emperor hits Lando's windshield. The middle finger.
Did it restart?
No, it's just going. It's not in order of when the shorts were released. It's in order of the movie, so I don't think it will restart.
Going back to the
Mm.
ring, ring.
The Ferris Bueller thing. Bueller. Ferris Bueller. 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 Bulu. Baloo. I'm curious though, Gem Princess, how did they affect the, how did they, address that?
Yeah. I might have to cut the stream a little short.
Oh no.
But not right now. But I'm going to finish it later.
So you're doing like a little break in between.
Yeah. Why is this? Why is it like right out here? Oh well.
Maybe one ATSD just got really lost.
Oh, Jar Jar. Yo. What if fucking the new movie, what's the title again of the new one?
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. What if instead of Palpatine, it's fucking Jar Jar?
Oof. I'm tired of Jar Jar stuff. Well, at least
Okay,
I'm
what-
tired. Let me clarify. I'm tired of Darth Jar Jar memes. Let's just.
What if it's Palpatine's brain in Jar Jar's body?
From what I recall, the Disney universe made it established that Jar Jar just ended up as a street performer after the Empire took over.
Yeah.
Oh. That's stupid. I do always wonder though if they hadn't managed to get the original story of Jar Jar being a Sith Lord, what they would have done with that. Because that was apparently the original story according to the voice actor and some other people working on it.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be like an alternate version of Yoda, where Yoda, when he first appears, is like really small, annoying and stuff, but then he like reveals his true self. And that was supposed to be the parallels, so instead of Count Dooku fighting Yoda at the end, and it was supposed to be him and Jar Jar fighting.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of stupid to have Yoda fight in the first place. But it's kind of, I think the comics now are trying to establish that Yoda from the prequels is a different person than the one in the original trilogy.
What?
Wait, what?
No,
Doesn't make any sense.
Can you?
I don't mean literal different. That's no reason.
Yeah. It's just like can you? I kind of just want you to at least double check some things before you say something that sounds outlandish. For me.
I didn't mean like it's a different person. I mean like personality. From what I read, the modern thing is that Yoda scored off lightsaber after hiding.
Okay.
I thought he was like, he got amnesia or something. Forgot all his training or some shit, I don't know. Excuse me.
Alright.
But yeah, I kind of find it a shame that the Jar Jar thing never took off, because it would have been an interesting parallel than what we got in the end. But then again, you know, the whole thing about Jar Jar being a racist stereotype just makes it awkward.
No?
I don't know, like I've talked to people why he's a racist stereotype. It's based off like the Jamaican stereotypes.
The original actor didn't see it that way, but they kind of were a bit ashamed after thinking about
Learning about it, yeah. I think the main thing is that the original actor didn't learn about the stereotype until after. And then became really ashamed.
much grief playing Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Lewis is asking what level this is.
This is Kashyyyk.
He's chic, baby. Josie, remember chic, baby?
Not like any on the stream. It's cheap,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
Plus,
What?
Plus probably knows who Iron Cheek is. No?
No.
Iron Cheek, the wrestler?
No.
I break your back, I make you humble! No?
I don't know anything about wrestling.
Oh.
I just remember that Jam really likes to talk about this one video about Iron Sheik where he got drunk in an interview and said stuff. You suck Hulk Hogan dick?
And you fucking suck Hulk Hogan ass! Hey, don't laugh! He was a liar, he's a piece of shit. I fucking love that interview.
The playlist says finished though.
Yeah,
Alright.
that was the last one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this game. No, not this game. This level, and then we'll just then we'll take a break. I'll get some stuff done. Kind of
I can make spaghetti.
mow the lawn probably. Eat lunch.
Star Killer is dead.
Dark Killer pieces these pants. Does Darth Vader say the Star Killer going to cry?
The graphics of the Wii does not have the capabilities to show Star Killer crying.
Wasn't that the reason why Hedorah was cut out of Godzilla Unleashed, because the Wii couldn't render Hedorah's mesh?
Part of that, but when they did put Hedorah in the PS4 Godzilla game, they just kind of did what the suit kind of looked like, and it didn't really look like sludge.
Yeah, I remember it looked really bad, that game. Like a lot of the graphics.
Well, I didn't say it looked bad, but it was trying to be suit accurate.
Well, no, you're right. It wasn't that it was bad. It was you know what it was? They put a lot of detail into the monster models, but the backgrounds and the like layouts were really poorly done. A lot of the effects too.
It wasn't. I don't remember if it had a really high budget. They just wanted to make a Godzilla simulator. That's what they did.
But they didn't put that many Godzilla monsters in it anyway.
They did.
It did. It's just the environments that just got lacking.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I feel like it was a lot smaller roster compared to things like Unleashed.
I think I know
Unleashed had a huge roster, by the way.
I know Jaguar is in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Batra, both forms, Destroyer, Mechagodzilla.
Destroyer!
Well, but I feel like it's still missing a lot of monsters, like Varan, Gorosaurus.
It has 1954 Godzilla, Hi-Fi Godzilla, 2014 Godzilla, Hedorah, Jet Jaguar, both monster forms, Batra forms, Mechagodzilla, Mechagodzilla 2 Gigan, Rodan, Anguirus, King Ghidorah, Biollante, Destroyer, Space Godzilla, Mecha King Ghidorah, Burning Godzilla, Kiryu, Super Mecha Godzilla.
Oh, okay. It does have quite a few, but it's still missing a lot, though. I feel Baragon.
Aragon never appeared in many movies.
Well, still, Baragon, Gorosaurus, Varan.
The point was they wanted to put in every monster that appeared often and then a few extras.
I guess. What about Ebera? Ebera appears often.
You mean twice, technically.
Not actually. 3 times. Godzilla's Revenge.
Stock footage,
I guess.
This is just a giant lobster. Probably,
I like Ebera.
I'm not saying you cannot like Ebra, but from a game developer point of view, it's kind of uninteresting just to make a model of a giant lobster when you could be making like Biollante.
Yeah, but you could get a redesign.
But that's not the point. They wanted every monster to be suit accurate, down to the finest detail. They didn't want to rework any monster.
Fair enough. Well, still, there's monsters like Minda. I always say the monster's name, but the snake one.
Man,
Manda. Yeah.
with how the gameplay is of that game, I kind of find it hard to imagine Manda working.
Be cool though, to have like a dragon like that.
Every monster is supposed to be walking like slowly. Manda kind of floats everywhere.
Well, that's the point. It's supposed to be like a Chinese dragon, you know.
Yeah, but it doesn't really fit with this.
That's why cool. Also, was King Caesar in that game, by the way? There's
But
another
Jet
one.
Jaguar. Jet Jaguar was better anyway.
Yeah. King Caesar's okay though.
Caesar did nothing.
It's a furry.
I mean, every single monster did is kind of empty.
Did they try to get King Kong for that game or no?
I don't think so.
They probably thought of it, but they probably dismissed it quickly.
King Kong would have been great for that then. And that would have just made me shut up. Whew. I hope with the King Kong versus Godzilla movie, they get the urge to do another Godzilla game with King Kong in it this time.
I really hope so. We haven't had that many licensed games these days. At least not on console and PC.
They're not as common as they were in the early 2000s.
Yeah, they were all nowadays they're all on mobile. They're usually like some
Or shitty Flash games.
there's some kind of money dump or money black hole.
Kind of taking a downturn.
I don't think there would be a downturn per se. Just kind of quarantine to a different part of the platform.
Thing is that movie tie-in games never really have a point anymore. So a lot of times they just kind of make promotion. I guess you could say kind of like how Platinum games is just a lot of promotion.
And he sent me to find you. Now let's go.
Yeah. Wait, Platinum did an Avatar game? Was it any good?
Just kind of like every other Platinum
Is there
game.
still an Imperial transport on the landing platform?
Avatar is like the most forgettable franchise ever.
What makes you think I need pilot?
I still can't believe it's getting 5 sequels. 4 sequels.
I meant The Last Airbender, not...
Oh, you meant The Legend of Korra's one, right?
Yes.
Sorry. I thought you meant fucking, the Avatar James Cameron one, sorry.
The father's veil.
I was just thinking, how the fuck do you make, like, a Platinum game out of, Avatar?
You can't talk to me because
Platinum will
I
just
can't
dump the
find him.
Bayonetta engine
He's gone
onto the
missing,
skin.
boy.
There you go.
Veil
You just
tried
play
to
as
recruit
the
to rescue
alien.
Leia. I refused, and he
The
went in search of
aliens.
another Jedi.
You know how most
Master
Platinum
shot.
games go?
I
They're
warned
licensed.
him it would be too dangerous.
Supposedly.
But the fool went after her anyway. Alone.
That does make me wonder though, Celeste, how do you feel about the, fact that there's gonna be 4 more,
Force is strong enough
Avatar movies?
to be able to sense my thoughts.
You know?
You should already know our next
Think Celeste is gone?
I'm still here. I'm just kind of watching the cutscene.
Oh, sorry. We're just talking about Avatar.
All right. Corellian flight suit. All right, I'll take a look at that and some other stuff, and then I'll be heading off. Hopefully next. Ooh. Hopefully next time.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
I just realized something. Avatar is owned by Fox. Disney owns Fox and Star Wars. They could actually put Avatar in Star Wars now.
No.
There you go.
All right.